I stood in my parents' dining room during our weekly family dinner, phone in hand, staring at the alert that changed everything. The joint savings account I'd poured my heart into for over a decade showed a huge, unauthorized transfer. $35,000 gone funneled straight to an investment account tied to my sister's failing ventures. She'd used our family's emergency fund like it was her personal ATM covering bad deals without a word to me. I slammed the printouts on the table. This is theft. That money was for all of us, and you forged my signature to take it. My sister leaned back, crossing her arms. It's an investment. It'll bounce back. Stop overreacting. Her husband chimed in. Yeah, family helps family. But the logs proved otherwise, repeated withdrawals, mounting losses from her risky trades. I'd skipped promotions and worked weekends as a software developer to build that nest egg, covering my parents' health costs and even chipping in for her house down payment. And this was how they repaid me, Eden Foster. That's me at 32, pulling up my name on the statement, feeling the stab of betrayal from the people who raised me. They'd always favored her, the successful one, while I was the afterthought. My father muttered, "Let's talk this out later." My mother nodded along. She's got it under control. The rage built fast. If they wanted me out of the picture, I'd make them pay for it, literally. I gathered my things, forced a smile, and walked out, already dialing a contact who could help turn the tables. Before we continue, please subscribe to the channel and let us know where you're listening from in the comments. I drove straight home after that dinner, my mind racing with the next steps. I grabbed my laptop and logged into the bank's secure portal, pulling up the full transaction logs. There, it was multiple transfers over the past 6 months, all initiated from my sister's IP address. She'd routed the money to her personal brokerage account, betting on volatile stocks that tanked hard. I cross-checked with public records. Her business filings showed mounting debts from those same failed investments. This wasn't a one-off mistake. It was a pattern of fraud, using family funds to chase quick wins. I picked up my phone and called Peyton Heen, my colleague from the app dev team. "Peyton, it's Eden. I need your tech skills off the clock. Something big with my family." He agreed without hesitation, and we met at a coffee shop the next morning. Peyton ran a quick script on my shared drive, tracing the digital signatures. "Look here," he said, pointing to the screen. "The approval stamps are manipulated. Someone altered the timestamps to make it look like you signed off." That twist hit like a punch. My parents' login appeared in the audit trail, too. They'd known about the withdrawals and covered for her. The betrayal deepened when Peyton dug further into email archives I'd forwarded. One message from my mother to my sister read, "Don't tell Eden, she'll just cause trouble." They'd always seen me as the problem child, the one who didn't fit their perfect image. I thanked Peyton and headed to the office, organizing my notes for a formal fraud report. This wasn't just about the money anymore. It was exposing their lies. I scheduled a meeting with Reagan Lee, my old friend from college, who's now a fraud attorney specializing in family disputes. "Reagan, Eden here, I have evidence of embezzlement from a joint account," I said over the phone. She agreed to review the files that afternoon at her office downtown. When I arrived, I handed over the printed logs and Peyton's analysis. Reagan scanned them quickly. "This looks solid. Forged signatures and unauthorized transfers could support a civil suit for fraud and breach of fiduciary duty." We discussed options, including freezing the remaining assets through a court injunction. She warned me about the family fallout. "They might fight dirty, but legally you're in the right." I nodded, ready to push forward. This meeting gave me the confidence to confront them head-on at the next family dinner. The following Sunday, I showed up at my parents' place early, armed with copies of everything. My sister and her husband were already there, chatting casually with my father about weekend plans. I waited until we sat down to eat before pulling out the folder. "We need to talk about the account," I said, sliding the papers across the table. My sister grabbed them, her face tightening. "What is this? You're digging into my business now." Her husband leaned in. "Eden, chill out. It's not what you think." but I pointed to the highlighted sections. It's exactly what I think fraud. You took family money for your bad investments, and mom and dad knew. My mother shifted uncomfortably. We thought it was temporary. That admission fueled the argument. The room heated up fast. My sister stood tossing the papers back. You're accusing us of stealing. That's ridiculous. I was trying to grow the fund. I countered, by losing 35,000 on stocks and forging my name. Her husband jumped in. Back off, Eden. This is between us, you're just jealous. My father tried mediating. Everyone calm down, we can repay it over time. But I pressed on. Repay with what? The account's nearly empty. That's when the twist came out. My mother blurted, we gave her permission because she's the one handling our estate planning. It stung. They'd secretly amended their will to favor her, cutting me out as the unreliable one. So that's it. You planned this all along, I demanded. My sister smirked. Yeah, well, you've always been the screw-up. Mom and Dad know I can manage things better. Her words cut deep, confirming years of favoritism. I gathered the documents. If that's how you see it, fine, but this ends in court. Her husband blocked the door briefly. You do that, and we'll make sure you regret it. Maybe call the cops for harassment. My father pleaded, don't do this, Eden. My mother added, think of the family. I pushed past. I am thinking of it, you destroyed it. Outside, I called Reagan immediately. We need to file that injunction now. With the evidence locked in, I spent the next day gathering more affidavits from the bank. Peyton helped by providing a sworn statement on the digital forensics. Reagan filed the emergency motion that afternoon, citing Oklahoma statutes on financial exploitation. The court granted a temporary freeze on the account, preventing further withdrawals. My phone blew up with texts from my sister. You're ruining everything, drop this or else. Her husband sent threats. We'll countersue for defamation. But I ignored them, focusing on the legal path. This confrontation had sealed my resolve. Their secrets were out, and payback was coming through the system. The court clerk confirmed the injunction the next morning via email, locking down the account under Oklahoma's uniform fraud statutes. I forwarded the order to Peyton for backup storage. Smart move, he texted back. Hit me if you need more tech support. Reagan called shortly after. Good news, the judge signed off. Now we prep for the full civil complaint. Send me any new comms from them. I attached the recent texts, including my sister's rant. This shows intent to intimidate, Reagan said. We can use it for a restraining order if needed. I spent the afternoon drafting my affidavit detailing every contribution I'd made to the fund. This phase required precision to build an airtight case for restitution and punitive damages. My phone rang nonstop that evening, calls from my father first. I let it go to voicemail. Eden, this freeze is messing up our bills. Call me back, kiddo, we can sort this without lawyers. Then my mother left a message. Why are you doing this to us? Your sister was just trying to help the family grow. I saved them as evidence and emailed Reagan. Her husband texted threats again. Drop the suit or we'll drag your name through the mud. Tell everyone you're the greedy one. I blocked his number, focusing on organizing bank statements for discovery. Peyton swung by with a USB drive of encrypted backups. Here, just in case they try hacking your stuff. We reviewed the files, spotting inconsistencies in their investment reports. The twist emerged when Reagan's paralegal ran a property search the following day. Check this, she emailed with attachments. My parents had quietly transferred a rental property deed to my sister last year, using funds traced back to the joint account. This is conversion of assets, Reagan explained over video call. They hid it to shield from creditors, but it ties directly to the fraud. I demanded details. How do we prove it? Reagan replied, subpoena the title company records its standard in these cases. This revelation amplified the scheme. They'd planned to cut me out long-term, funneling family resources to her while pretending equality. My father called again. Eden, that property was a gift, nothing to do with you. I hung up without responding. Reagan filed the complaint that week, citing breach of trust and seeking full accounting plus damages. I met her at the courthouse to sign. "This will force depositions," she said. "They'll have to testify under oath." Peyton helped by analyzing metadata on the deed transfer docs. Timestamps matched the withdrawals slam dunk. My sister emailed a desperate plea. "Eden, let's meet and talk. Mom and Dad are stressed this could break them." Her husband followed up. "Come over, we'll cut you a check for half." But I forwarded everything to Reagan. "Classic settlement bait?" She laughed. "Don't engage. Let the court handle it." This pushback exposed their panic-turning family ties into battle lines. As service papers went out, my mother showed up at my apartment unannounced. "Open up, Eden. We need to fix this." I spoke through the door. "Not without my lawyer." She pounded harder. "Your sister's business is tanking because of you. How can you be so selfish?" I recorded the exchange for the file. Inside, I reviewed the complaint with Reagan via phone. "Add this to the harassment claim," she advised. The legal wheels were turning, and their attempts to bully only strengthened my position. Peyton texted encouragement. "You're owning this, keep going." With the suit official, I prepared for the hearing, knowing their hidden deeds would unravel everything. The first deposition happened 2 weeks later at Reagan's firm with my sister under oath via video link. She fidgeted as the court reporter started. Reagan led the questioning. "Did you authorize the transfers without joint consent?" My sister hesitated. "It was for the family's benefit investments that could have paid off." But when pressed on the forgeries, she stumbled. "I thought everyone agreed." Her husband, deposed next, cracked under details. "We needed cash flow," he admitted. Peyton's forensics report sealed it, showing manipulated files. The judge ordered full disclosure of their finances, citing Oklahoma civil procedure rules. My father texted afterward. "Eden, this is humiliating. Drop it before it gets worse." I replied briefly. "Too late for that." This session exposed cracks in their story, pushing the case toward trial. During my mother's deposition the following day, she broke down on record. "We trusted her judgment," she said, avoiding eye contact. Reagan pushed. "But you signed off on the deed transfer knowing the funds were disputed." My mother nodded reluctantly. "Yes, but Eden was never involved in decisions." That fueled more family calls, my sister begging. "Eden, please, let's settle out of court. Mom's health is suffering." Her husband followed with aggression. "You're tearing us apart. Think about what you're doing to your parents." I documented everything for Reagan. "This is coercion," she noted. Peyton ran a background check on their communications, uncovering deleted messages planning to discredit me. The legal team filed for sanctions, strengthening our fraud claim. The twist surfaced at the preliminary hearing when Reagan presented new evidence from a whistleblower tip. Her husband had approached a court clerk with a cash offer to delay filings caught on security footage. "This is attempted bribery under state law," Reagan argued to the judge. The courtroom tensed as the video played. My sister gasped. "That's not true, he wouldn't." But the clerk testified remotely. "He offered $5,000 to bury the motion." My father interrupted from the gallery. "Son, what were you thinking?" Her husband muttered excuses. "I was protecting the family." The judge denied their motion to dismiss, ordering an investigation. This bombshell humiliated them publicly, turning relatives against each other in whispers. Post-hearing, my parents cornered me in the hallway. My mother pleaded. "Eden, stop this madness. Your sister's losing clients over the publicity." My father added. "We can make it right, transfer some assets back." I shook my head. "You had your chance. Now it's the court's call." My sister joined, voice shaking. "You're enjoying this. Aren't you ruining our lives?" Her husband glared. "We'll appeal everything, drag this out for years." Reagan stepped in. "Try it." Tampering evidence just added contempt charges. The exchange escalated tensions, with family allies texting me accusations. Peyton helped by monitoring online chatter for defamation. This phase locked in the win their desperation fueling more mistakes. As discovery wrapped, Reagan prepped me for mediation attempts. Sure enough, their lawyer proposed a lowball settlement, 10,000 repaid over time. No way, I told Reagan. Push for full restitution plus the property liquidation. The court mandated appraisals on the rental, valuing it at 150,000 proceeds to split after debts. My sister called one last time. Eden, Dad's talking about disowning you. Is this worth it? I hung up. Peyton's final report confirmed no hidden assets left. The judge set a trial date, but their side cracked filing incomplete responses. This execution phase dismantled their facade with family drama peeking through failed bribes and fractured loyalties. The trial kicked off 3 months later in Tulsa County Court, with Reagan presenting our case first. She laid out the timeline of fraud backed by bank records and expert testimony from a forensic accountant. My sister's side fumbled their defense, their lawyer citing incomplete disclosures. The judge interrupted. Your responses lack substance, motion for summary judgment granted. Under Oklahoma rules, their failures led to default rulings on liability. Reagan pushed for remedies. We seek full restitution of 35,000 plus liquidation of the rental property to cover damages. The court approved, ordering a forced sale through a receiver. My father shook his head from the bench. Eden, you're breaking us. But I stayed silent, letting the process unfold. This victory came swift, exposing their sloppy cover-up. Post-ruling, the receiver appraised the property and listed it quickly. Bids came in high, 160,000 from an investor. My sister filed a frantic appeal. This can't happen, she texted. Dad's retiring early because of the stress, her husband called. Eden, take a cut and end it, we'll sign anything. Reagan advised against. They're stalling. The appeal lacks grounds. Peyton monitored public listings, confirming no hidden buyers. The twist dropped during closing docs review, a hidden bank account in my mother's name, funded by diverted rents. This is additional concealment, Reagan said in court. The judge amended the order, seizing those funds too. My mother wailed over the phone. How did you find that it was for emergencies? My father begged. Eden, have mercy, we're family. Their pleas rang hollow, amplifying the divide. The sale closed a week later, with proceeds split after fees, 70,000 to me for restitution and damages. Reagan handed over the check. You won big, congrats. I deposited it immediately, securing my financial independence. My sister emailed one final rant. You've destroyed everything, happy now, her husband threatened. We'll never forgive you, stay away. I blocked them all, going no contact. Peyton celebrated with a quick lunch. You handled that like a pro. This closure severed ties, their last-ditch efforts backfiring into total loss. With the funds, I invested in a mid-sized condo downtown, far from family drama. The court dismissed their appeal for lack of merit, finalizing the judgment. My parents sent a letter through mail. Eden, we regret the choices. Can we meet? I shredded it without another reply. Reagan wrapped the case. All loose ends tied. You're free. This triumph shifted power, their schemes crumbling under legal scrutiny. As notifications stopped, I reflected on the fallout, relatives distancing themselves after hearing the full story. Peyton shared updates on their business folding. Karma hit hard. The win wasn't just money, it reclaimed my voice in a family that silenced me. Cutting them off brought peace, no more manipulations. The aftermath settled in quickly after the final order, with the receiver distributing the full proceeds. $75,000 hit my account, covering all losses, plus penalties under the judgment. Reagan emailed the confirmation. Case closed, your share is secured. Peyton followed up with a text. Nailed it. Beers on you, next team happy hour. I wired him a thank you bonus for his help. My sister made one last attempt through a mutual contact. Eden, the house sale wrecked us, Dad selling his car to cover bills. Her husband piled on via voicemail. You think you're the victim, we're the ones paying now. I deleted it, forwarding copies to Reagan just in case. This wrap up highlighted their ongoing denial, refusing to own the mess they'd created. Relatives started reaching out, siding with them at first. An aunt called. Eden family's blood forgive and move on. But when I shared the court doc's summary opinion shifted. I had no idea they hid so much, she admitted. The twist unfolded at a family gathering. I skipped Peyton, heard through networks that my parents confessed to more relatives about favoring my sister with secret loans over the years. It explains why you were always shortchanged, he relayed. My father emailed an apology. We messed up big time, can we meet? My mother added a note. Your sister's devastated. She's in therapy. Their admissions came too late, sparking arguments among cousins who felt misled. This revelation fractured wider family bonds, their favoritism now public shame. I used the funds to launch a side consulting gig in software security, turning my experience into a business edge. Reagan connected me with clients. Your story's a cautionary tale, use it wisely. Peyton joined as a partner on the first project. Let's build something unbreakable. My sister tried blocking my online profiles, but it backfired when colleagues shared supportive posts. Her husband ranted in a group chat. Eden's the real thief, stole our future. Family members pushed back. No, you guys blew it. This online fallout amplified their isolation, with even close friends distancing after learning the facts. Cutting all contact felt final, no more holidays or check-ins. I changed my number and address, starting fresh. Reagan's last call confirmed no appeals pending. You're clear. Live your life. Peyton wrapped our session. Proud of you, boss. The win empowered me, proving standing up pays off against manipulation. In the end, greed tears families apart faster than anything. If someone close mishandles trust, document everything and seek legal help early. Don't wait like I did. Thanks for listening to my story. It wasn't easy sharing. If you enjoyed it, hit subscribe and drop a comment on what you'd do in my shoes.